Alright guys, if it's bumpy a little bit, I'm sorry. Again, bumpy roads. So this is just going to be an update where I've been kind of vlog because I filmed pretty much almost every day, but I did not upload any of them because none of them contained much positive stuff or interesting stuff. There went part of the thing that was keeping it from bouncing. So anyways, let's talk about this weekend. This weekend, we had a estate sale at my grandmother's house. I was forced to deal with people that I make a habit of never dealing with because while they are family, they have had some very harsh things to say, and they said it about my grandmother, and I'm very protective over my family. Cousins, well, one cousin in particular, so I don't necessarily care for them. And she was there, she didn't want to be there, her dad's the one that's living in the house, she hasn't done any of the work, but she was there for like 2 hours and then left, so there's that. I've just had a lot of triggers, I guess, because I was so triggered on Saturday, which was the day we had the yard sale. It's not even funny. I worked on Saturday night, Sunday morning. Saturday morning, before I left for the yard sale, my husband told me, hey, see if you can get off next weekend, which is Mother's Day weekend, from your mom. And my mom and my sister have invited us up to Oceanside, Oregon, because they had extra space, and so we were invited. So my understanding of that was that we would probably pay whatever amount, that, because my understanding was they had like a lodge or a whatever. So that was my understanding. I was wrong, apparently. So that stressed me out, and we only have 3 of the 4 kids this coming, well, we would have only had 1, but I'm gonna keep my kids, but we're gonna have 3 out of the 4. So then my husband tells me that he wants to take our Traeger up to Oceanside, Oregon. Oceanside, Oregon from us is like a 5-hour drive if you don't stop and have kids and they have swim bladders. Let's face it, I do too. So then he was saying he wanted to take a second vehicle, and I was already panicking on how I was going to afford to pay, well, that I haven't got into that part, but the gas for my car, and then a gas for another car that we technically don't need to take. I mean, yes, it would be nicer to not have to deal with him in the car. I'm sorry, it just would be. And we'd have more room for the 3 kids, and there might be less fighting, because my 7-year-old and my almost 15-year-old, I can't drive 2 blocks with them both in the backseat without them fighting about something, so there's that. Okay, so there was that, and then he tells me that they don't actually have room for us. And that they were going to call on Monday and see if they had room. Now, I've already asked my mother if I could take the time off. She wasn't happy, but she was like, fine, do it. So, and they said they were going to call today, which is Monday. And I was like, well, isn't that a bit late? Because that's less than a week from when we're supposed to be there, because we're supposed to be there on Friday. And so I go on Trivago and Hotels.com. There's nothing available in Seaside. There are some things available in Tillamook, which is further away from Seaside, which the whole idea was, I guess, to be like a family thing. I don't know. Because his sister and I've tried to be okay with her, but we're not the best of friends. I mean, I just have an issue with the fact that she is best friends with my husband's ex-wife's sister and invites her over to their house all the time instead of us, and I would much rather go all the way that direction to see my friend than to go see his sister, and he feels the same way. So I don't where in his brain he thought this was a great idea, I don't know. But I heard beach, and I was like, oh, I love the beach. But anyways, so what we ended up getting is expensive. It is a 1-bedroom that we're going to be fitting 5 people into, which should be interesting. So there's that. That was a huge trigger. Just because if anybody knows me, I like to make sure that I have everything financially in order, and usually if we're going to take a trip, we have to save for that trip. I mean, that's just all there is to it. There's either 5 or 6 of us. It's not cheap to feed us. It's not, I mean, you can go to McDonald's and it's $50. It's expensive. So, and these are not McDonald's going people. I mean, his mother is a doctor. His father-in-law is an ER nurse. And his sister, Lord knows what she does. I don't know. I don't even know what she does. But she lives in a house that she's been squatting in for like the past 12 years, something like that. So she doesn't pay anything except for electricity and water. So it's interesting. And the banks never come and asked her for anything. So it beyond baffles me. But anyways, so then I found out they're going to be staying in a really nice condo, and we are in this 1-bedroom place for 5 people. So that's a little stressful for me, but hopefully it will be okay just to sleep in. And I don't know, it says it's supposed to be raining the whole time though too. I am going to buy a poncho, I swear, and I will be out on the beach. I don't care. So there's that. I forgot my watch. I was criticized for not just being happy that we were going and worrying about the financials, like somebody isn't supposed to worry about the financials. That would be me. So that didn't feel very good, especially since it was supposed to be for Mother's Day, to be yelled at about it, the whole situation. That did not feel good. That was a trigger. Just dealing with my grandmother's house and stuff has been a huge trigger mentally for me. I do it because I need to do it, because other than my mother and I, there is nobody else doing it, so I need to do it. Shoot, I forgot to go to the bank. I was supposed to go to the bank. I'm talking to you people and I forgot to go to the bank. Anyways, so my keto eating. What did I eat on Saturday when I got home? Because I had butter coffee for breakfast. I didn't eat anything for lunch. And then when I went home, I had KFC. That's what I had for lunch/dinner. I know, not keto friendly. At least not what I had. I had 3 chicken strips and coleslaw. I did not eat the biscuit because I don't like the biscuits, and I did not eat the cookie. So there was that. My ex-husband almost told me that I couldn't have my children over the weekend, and I was like, excuse me, it's Mother's Day weekend, and your wife refuses to take care of my children, so there you go. I highly doubt y'all are gonna be having my kids for Mother's Day weekend. I mean, sometimes I don't mind, because honestly, sometimes the best gift I can get on Mother's Day is to get away from my children. I know that sounds horrendous, but it's true. And I know Mother's Day is on the 14th this year, but my grandmother's birthday was on May 12th, which she was born on Mother's Day. So there's that. That's a trigger. I'm just living in a trigger-filled world at this moment. I'm so triggered. I guess that's the word for it, triggered. I'm going to go in and get my my toenails done, because they look ratty and I want to wear sandals. And I hate paying the price for it, but I'm going to do it. This morning, my food was not keto friendly. I'm just letting you know. But from here on, I'm going to be going back to keto friendly eating, and I'm going to try to keep it as clean as I can this week, just because I know there will probably be like fish and chips or something like that this weekend, although I am going to pack my stuff for like keto eating, because I don't plan on eating every meal like out, which will save us some money. So I love when people see how close they can park to me, especially when I parked further back in my parking space. Anyways, so that is the minor update on my situation, because I'm just, like I said, I am triggered, frustrated. I was frustrated because I was extremely bloated after doing the egg fast, and I don't know why. And it's a little frustrating. I did buy 2 pairs of jeans from Thread Up, and they're in actually really good condition, and I only paid $20 for the 2 of them, and they were Old Navy jeans. And they fit, and they're the ones that I wanted. And when I looked at the sale, they were still like $35, $40 at Old Navy, so I wasn't going to pay that. So I'm going to go in and get my toes done and maybe relax for a minute, get some groceries. I'm not going to get a whole lot, and then go home because I'm so mentally and physically exhausted. I don't think I ever posted a video on what's been going on the past 3 weeks, because I always end up going on and on and on and on. But my stepson got in some really big trouble at school involving the police. He has a court date. I mean, it's nothing any worse than what most kids do, I guess. At least that's what my husband, I never did it, but again, I didn't care what my peers thought of me. So, and he's a boy, I've been told, I don't know, whatever. And then his mother refused to bring him back. It was our week that he got in trouble, because he got in trouble on 420 because he's a dingbat. I mean, I didn't even know what 420 was until my first husband or something. I don't know. That's how ignorant and naive I am. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure he knew what it was. So she refused to bring him back. She filed change of parenting plan, which involved saying he was mature enough to decide whether he wanted to come to our house on the 2nd and the 4th weekend of every month, which we have him every other week. We have had that arrangement for 12 years. I have been his stepmother since he was 5 or 6. So, yeah. So we had to hire a lawyer for that. So we have money coming out the nose for that. Since she kept him and she was not going to bring him back, and they did have a court date the day after she's supposed to bring him back, we could have either called his lawyer, and his lawyer would have called the police and had her arrested for obstruction, which we really didn't want to do, because, I mean, we don't want to traumatize him any more than he's already been traumatized. And anyways, the next day she actually got served with a contempt of court because she was not returning him, and she had no plans on returning him, and she stood there and argued with the judge. She almost got arrested there because she wasn't going to bring him back, and she said she wasn't going to. So that's been my life lately, guys, and it's just been very chaotic. So I'm hoping to get back on the keto wagon and keep things light. I'm gonna go get my toes done. Love you guys. Thank you for being here, listening, watching if you're watching, and staying this long. I don't know. And I might do a regular food vlog today. I'm not sure. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.